about Adar, it says, Mishenichnas Adar Marbim B'Simcha. When Adar comes in, this new month of Pisces, so then we are exceedingly joyous. There's an immense level of joy which is in the air. So what is the correlation? I just want to leave you with this thought to start off the week with a joyous way of what is the correlation between the building of a tabernacle and this new month of Adar. Building of the tabernacle is really the construction that all of us are building within ourselves. We all have this temple that resides, and we're all building this house. And you could have a house with just bare four walls, and it just does the job. You go to sleep in it, it's drabby, you wake up, and it's a house, good, fine. But then you have a house where you've got windows, and you've got shining windows, and you've got light which is permeating the entire edifice, and you have beautiful little decorations, and that is a totally different way of living. So there's two ways of living. We could live by just going about our routine, doing our day-to-day kind of thing. We did it yesterday, we did it last week, and we're just like rolling with the rat race of life. Or we've got this windows that we could open up to, and those windows are what joy is all about, what simcha is all about. And I want to elaborate upon that, because what the world thinks is joy is not necessarily what simcha is. Joy for most people is what I achieve in my life, how much I make, who I go out with, who I marry, what I look like, what this food tastes like. So that gives me joy. That certainly is an external level of joy, but the real level of joy that we're talking about over here, which is called simcha. Simcha is not contingent, is not dependent on anybody else. Simcha is not about the circumstances that occur to me in my life. It's not about what people say about me, whether they like me or they don't, whether I get likes or I don't get likes, whether this happens or that happens. It's not about that. Joy is my ability to become an empty vessel. So Hasidus puts it, Kabbalah puts it, that the recipe for joy is actually we find this in the psukim, in the verses in the Tanakh, in the Bible, that talk about Vayasvu anavim b'Hashem simcha, that humility and joy go hand in hand. What does that mean, humility and joy? You would think that somebody that's humble is really not happy, but the opposite is true. Hasidus explains that actually through a person cleansing oneself and really being ready to receive and being a vessel more than a full vessel, being instead an empty vessel. By being an empty vessel, then you essentially open yourself up to receiving what the universe, what God has in store for you. And therefore, you're able to see all the immense blessings that are within your life. Because guaranteed, you've got amazing blessings in your life right now. You have the ability to see, you have the ability to hear, thank God you're walking, you're talking, you're breathing, and just to be alive just defies all the odds. It's absolutely impossible to talk about how amazing it is that you are right here in this world, in this universe. It's just, it's breaking the odds, really, the fact that you are here. And so we've got so much to be joyous for. So we've got to take away the misconceptions of what the world defines joy as, and what things that I need to achieve by a certain age, who I need to marry, what I need to look like, all these external fluffy things which are supposed to bring us joy. But the truth is, if you look at most people in the world right now, most young people in the world, unfortunately, are not feeling the joy, because if I'm not a millionaire by this and this age, then how could I ever be happy? And that's, of course, so super external, the opposite of what true internal joy is all about, simcha. And that's the correlation, the construction of the tabernacle. Parshas Truma talks about the construction of the ultimate edifice, the greatest manifestation of godliness in this world, and the new month of Adar. Adar comes from the word Aleph Dar, that God, who's Aleph, the epitome of everything, is Dar, resides within this world. And when we realize that God resides within this world, that it's not chaos, that our world is not chaotic, and we realize that all these doubts that we have in our mind are really just a figment of our imagination, and that there is a master of the home. So then, Mishenichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. So then we have joy. That is the recipe for joy. Then we have amazing internal joy, real joy within our life. And so all of us need to access that and to realize we're going into amazing times. Let go of the preconceptions of what we think joy is, and just to realize that joy is really something that is found within us. The more we become an empty vessel, the more we become just ready to receive the infinite dweller that is dwelling within our life, within the world, then we are setting ourselves up for the ultimate blessings that we could. So wishing you amazing, amazing week, amazing month of joy. Don't forget to go out there. Don't be afraid to be courageous in your joy. And just to say, it's not about what everyone thinks is supposed to be, me or who I think that I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be who I'm supposed to be. And meaning that I am, the ultimate level is the level of being nullified to the fact that everything that we have, that we're so blessed, and therefore we can't help it but dance and be happy with all the blessings that we have in our lives. So may we find all the reason to be joyous about, and get out there and to really dance and sing and go a little crazy not just this month, but every day of our lives, that we are lucky enough to wake up and to be here one more day, and lucky enough to really be in this world once again. So wishing you all, thank you, Debbie and Tali, and I want to wish you all many, many blessings, and once again from Tzfat, and live Kabbalah. So I hope you guys are having an amazing week, or will have an amazing week, and I hope to see you on Thursday night on this live webinar, which is going to happen. We're going to discuss the makeup of joy in greater detail. We're going to go into 4 levels of accessing joy. It's not so simple. So hope to see you then. And in the meantime, you could check out the livekabbalah.com online. And so keep smiling, and wishing you many, many blessings.